Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 6 as England. And where we left off, we were in the process of winning a victory. Now, really what I'm doing in a lot of these cities is I'm just kind of randomly clicking to keep them nice and busy. Just, you know, keep the amount of time that it takes to get through this game down, because otherwise we would be here all day. So I want you to gain sources in here, please. Thank you very, very much. We're going to just, basically I'm just making the first logical decision that is presented to me. For example, recruiting partisans has already been done in here, I believe. Let's try to disable that spaceport. Oh my god, I have a bit of a hiccup going on here. Excuse me. Excusez-moi, monsieur. So we're building a trader in the capital. That's because we want to build the Marge? No, the Mars hydroponics, not the Marge hydroponics. Oh my god, I can't believe whew. Okay, listen, we're good. We're good to go. Marge hydroponics, oh my goodness. My word. Okay, nanotechnology here is the Marge hydroponics. Okay, can I wake you up? You cannot quite make it all the way over there, so I will teleport this guy over and I will get to work on this beautiful Mars hydroponics. Now, I believe you'll build it faster than here, although they're actually equivalent. Bano, now you do it, they told ya. I've been listening to Rage Against the Machine recently, and my god, their songs get stuck in your head in a way that I haven't really had a band song get stuck in my head before. Well, I've had them get stuck in, but man, Rage Against the Machine, though their music, it gets in there and it doesn't get out. Alright, we're going to pick up the entertainment district here. We're going to choose production over here in Rome. I'm thinking that the perfect move here is to grab an aerodrome, or I could go ahead and build up a thingamadoodle, this thing right there. Industrial zone, yay! Keep busy, banking, thank you very much. And get me a research lab, excellent. And you shall get me nothing. An industrial zone right there is a perfectly reasonable move. Go ahead and get me a bank, I would like the money. Now, you're going to head over to Rio. No, you're going to head over to Fortezella. Then you're going to be trading here for gold and production. You're also going to be doing some good things for me. Go ahead and get these online and put a mine up there. And I would like you to settle in place. Excellent. You can go on the exploration mission. Go ahead and pick me up a monument. I would also perhaps have liked to purchase a trader in here, but I forgot to, and I already clicked the end turn button. So there's nothing I can do about that one. We'll have to wait in Blackburn for the turn to end, or for rather the turn to start again, and then we'll be able to build a new one. Ignore this request. I do not care for you, Mr. Aztec Birdhead Man of Jade-ness and stuff. So it looks like the Aztecs have decided to start settling over here, which is an interesting choice for them to make. Curious as to why they would make that decision. Let's see, I'm untrustworthy. This is the worst kind of violence. The kind of violence where I send spaceships to space? Sure, okay, violence. Thumbs up. You're right, Gandhi. Sending spaceships to space is violence. This is your brain on pacifism. Do we have any tech boosts that we could get here? Building an airstrip would net me like 700 science, which is like a turn of science, which is basically a turn off the entire game. So I tell you what I will do. I will go ahead and purchase myself. Perhaps I will do it over here where I can actually do it. I will purchase the military engineer, and then I'll drop an airstrip somewhere. Yeah, go ahead and get me an arena, and I would also like you to get me in a market, and you can pick me up more settlers, because I'm still settling cities right over there. And then over here, okay, we built a monument. Go ahead and get me a granary. I'm going to send more envoys to Amsterdam to pick up friendships with them. I'll put 1 point in Lisbon as well. So this should net us up to about 900 gold if I go in here and tap. Now we're up to 928 gold, which is a pretty good number to be at. Let's go ahead and trade with Ravenna. Let's go ahead and get you down there, and we will just plop. We'll finish that in one turn. Boom, there it goes. And then we have another one turn unit for the next thingy here. The whatever this is called, nuclear fission, fusion, whatever. Okay, go ahead and get me a bank. Go ahead and trade with Kabul. Let's have a look here at the potential here. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm winning here, which is good. Yep, I'm definitely winning. I haven't finished all the sciencey stuff, but I am a god when it comes to managing an empire. I think I'm getting really good at managing... Oh, I didn't want to build a farm there. Oh well, too bad. I meant to click mine, but I accidentally clicked farm. We spawned even more goddamn rebels. Let's keep spawning them, because I like the idea of these guys running around damaging their cities. Bit of rocket artillery, bit of mechanized infantry. Tales of Genji, refuse the deal. Bad luck. And it almost feels like building these sort of districts are actually just only detrimental to your empire. Which is not how I think it should be. But they're going to pillage all your stuff. Hopefully they'll pillage maybe a spaceport. That would be amazing. If I could just continuously spawn partisans in this territory, that would be amazeballs. Is that Crater Lake and Yosemite?
For a machine to run smoothly and predictably, its parts must be standard and hence replaceable.
So there's infantry, and the farms give me +1 food adjacency for every farm they are adjacent to. And there's ballet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Yosemite and Crater Lake. I had no idea they were in the same place, but this is producing an outrageous amount of stuff if I were to go into yield icons. Oh, I may have crashed the game clicking that. Yeah, look at this. 3 science, 4 faith, 4 gold, 1 production, and 3 food. That is outrageous. They can see our beautiful farm yields in around here and stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, get rid of all this. Choose production over here. I got a bank up and running. You may as well get your stock exchange. This is going to be +1 gold for each tier 2 or 3 buildings in the city's campus, theater square, entertainment district, industrial zone, and districts in the city gain +1 gold. We'll get that stock exchange. That'll be a nice boost of hash. I'll also grab a zoo over here, and I will grab the market over here, and I will send envoys to Lisbon to further boost our cash income. Let's just purchase buildings. Every time we find a city that's asking for production, we'll just build a building in it. Why don't you run over here and build me a airstrip? Do I have another option for teching here? Yeah, do advanced ballistics and then let me do the boost for airstrips, because that might let me get nuclear fission in 1 turn. If I can get that to work out for me. Let's chop this away because I meant to put a mine there, but I stupidly placed a farm. I mean, it's not the end of the world if I put a farm there, actually. In fact, I might just put that farm back. Oh well, it's too late now. I have made the mistake. We'll put a mine there, because it does give me an adjacency bonus for that industrial zone. But, I mean, the game is basically over at this point. None of this stuff is going to finish. And if it does finish, its impact on the game is going to be very low. Because you have to think about it. A farm built in the ancient era that provides +1 food for 250 turns. That's 250 food. But a farm that's built on turn 200 and the game's only going to last another 50 turns is only 50 food. Even if it gives triple, it's still less in terms of the actual scope of the game. So our gold income is skyrocketing again, which is excellent. We're up to 188.8. In fact, we're making so much that the numbers are running off the edge of the table, which is always a fun position to be in. Yeah, I will put an entertainment district there. Where's my engineer? Why don't you build me an airstrip? There we go. That'll save me. It'll give me a nice bit of tech overflow, and then I'll be able to get through these techs I should be able to get nuclear fission in 1 turn because of the overflow. And then I should be able to maybe get one of these techs in 1 turn due to the overflow. Let's also pick up a stock exchange in here using cash money. Get a hangar. Just all good fun. All for good fun. Yeah, why don't you get me an entertainment district? You know, that sounds like a fun deal right there. The snow-covered mountains and stuff like that. Or snow-covered island. I think that was the... what's the name of those little islands over the north of... The Faroe Islands? The north of Scotland, the Faroe Islands, I think they are. I think they're like pretend Danish, although I think they're like pretend Danish. I think they're I can't remember if they're part of Denmark or not. It's all kind of fuzzy memory-wise, but I know that was sort of part of the conflict with Scotland and Denmark in like the 10th to 15th century or something, whatever it was. I'll just grab, I'm just going to throw things down at this point because, again, like I said, the game is basically over. But that doesn't mean I shouldn't spend my money just for funsies. Just so I can get more score. Because I'm pretty sure you get score from building buildings, right? Is that what happens? Let's see. No, you don't really get score from building buildings. Mainly from Civics, Empire, and Grey People. No, you can stick that up your feathery butthole. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. Nice little water artifact in here. Can you see it? You see the little artifacting going on? That's my favorite. What the hell is that? Can you see that? That's really weird. What's going on there?
Better to fight for something than live for nothing.
Let's see. Right. Uranium is an option, and we have unlocked more uranium. And we actually settled on some uranium, which will give us an even further production bonus in our capital. Nuclear fission is going to give us another boost because, thanks to the building... the power plant, we are getting an extra 15% production thanks to the uranium. The uranium. The uranium. The uranium. Yes, go ahead and get me some amenities. And I would also like you to pick me up a commercial hub. I would also like to have a look here in choosing production. Yes, a market. And you know what, just for funsies, I will purchase a market and then I will build you a bank. A research lab. Oh, I didn't mean to purchase there. I meant to do production, but, you know, I spent my money now. So what can I do? Excellent, you did a good job. Build me a fort. And, yes, keep trading with Reykjavik. And go ahead and build some of these things. Go there, and next turn. We're almost done. Friends and family. We're very, very close to the end here. And I do not think that we will be beaten. We have launched 2 of the 3 scientific thingies. And here is her giving me that pouty look. She's upset with me. That's fine, you're allowed to be upset with me. And I'm allowed not give a shit. Okay. We're finishing up some stuff. City of Toronto was successful. So I believe we made even more of these things. Even more. And that actually turned out to be pillaging. So let's keep making partisans just to be annoying. Because that seems like the most fun I can have right now. Let's build a zoo. I will also be building the market over here. And I will be building the market over here. And I will be building the market over here. And I will be building the stock exchange over here, and then there'll be another stock exchange here. And sure, why not get a sewer? Just keep you busy. Why don't you run away? He was dead. That's unfortunate. You know what you could do? You could disrupt his rocketry. Go ahead and disrupt his rocketry, and then we'll run over there and grab this. We'll jump down into the water. I like saying things incorrectly because it annoys people. It seems like a perfectly reasonable way to operate and live my life, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay, seriously, just get out of the water, please. I'm tired of you interrupting my thought process. My train of talking. My train? I tried to say thought and train at the same time, and it came out thrain. Thrain, this, that, these, and those. This, that, these, and those. Sis, that, sees, and sows. Sis, that, sees, and sows. come on. Come on, little turn, go. Oh my god, there's an earthquake. Ah, okay. There we go. Progress towards globalization. We also got nuclear fission. That should be another boost to production in here if I tap this. Boop, boop. Ah, I guess it didn't work at all. I thought the power plant was a building that gave you extra production at nuclear fission. Nuclear fusion? Did I not just unlock nuclear? Oh, nuclear fusion is over here. Never mind. Neighborhood. Don't mind if I don't. A one-turn Venetian arsenal. That sounds like a fun move. Let's also pick up a bank over here, and then I will purchase these two buildings for funsies, and then I will get it to build me a sewer. Broadcast center, just keep going. Just trying to keep all my cities busy as much as I can. Rome. Sweet Rome. Trade with St. Peter's. Saint with Petrograd. And you can run over here and get this oil online. And you can also run over here and get these clams online. You're going to settle in place. And then I will purchase you a builder. Bada boom, bada boom, bada boom. And you'll go ahead and build a monument really slowly. You're going to fortify until healed. We're going to take one turn to get lasers. It'll probably take me 2 turns to get nuclear fission. Fusion, whatever. But we're only a few turns here away from winning the game, which is quite good timing, I feel. 260, around 275 turns on normal speed is somewhere between 250 and 275 turns is usually the sort of deadline for winning on deity or any difficulty really. But the AI tends to win somewhere between 250 turns and 275 turns. So if you're winning around then yourself, as long as you're also stopping the AI from winning, you're on track for a win on deity. So this could have been a deity win, although it would have been significantly harder in some respects. We built the Venetian Armory and the Eiffel Tower on the same turns. And the Eiffel Tower actually gives me a lot of appeal. Your hat wiggling kind of unsettles me. The wiggling of his hat. Yes. 2 more turns. Go ahead and get the temple, and I will get you to make me a Manhattan project. Thank you for doing so. Go ahead and build a stock exchange, and build a sewer, and build a sewer. Just trying to keep these cities busy here for as long as inhumanly possible. Where's the settler going? I guess he's going to Australia. God, like the mouse keeps getting stuck or something is going on there. Go over there. Unit needs orders. I will be disrupting rocketry here, but you need to operate at a higher level. But you also need to do this thing. Perhaps if you were to get the seduction, why not? I don't see a reason to like click on anything because at this point we're 2 turns away from winning. So the relevance of every single decision has, the relevance of all these decisions is nil, essentially. Let's purchase tiles to get these builders to do things. Next turn. Okay, producing a temple. We are also producing a hangar. We are also producing the entertainment complex. Oh man, we are 1 turn away from the golden moment here, where we get to build a thermonuclear bomb. I mean, the Mars reactor. Let's have a look here. Resource management, naturalist, and awarding me envoys. Very, very good. Good job. Good job, little guy. You did your thing. Go ahead and get the cathedral. Workshop. Send an envoy. This will be a nice quick turn, thankfully. Get that last little chunk of gold at this point, and we're also going to be operating a higher level. Excellent. That won't finish, but I will do it anyway, because I may as well do things while I still have the capability of doing so. Optimization. I probably definitely could have optimized this victory a lot more in hindsight. I think I've made a lot of mistakes in this game, but I think, if you make a lot of mistakes and you still put out a win, that's a pretty good game in my opinion. We started off very, very rough, but here we are in the end. We're making it, we're doing it. Liquid are doing it, and we are on the home stretch. I say the home stretch when we're on literally the home turn. It's about to be a one game here. And I feel like I managed to judge the length of the game here because both of these last 2 episodes have been around 20 minutes long, which I think 2 episodes of 20 minutes is better than 1 episode of 40 minutes. I generally like my series to be somewhere between 12 and 20 turns, and this one will be 13 turns. And there we go, there is the Mars reactor. We shall go ahead and run down here, and then we will wake up this scientist. We'll pop you out and in, and then we will skadoosh, and there is the victory. There it is. Excellent. And I just got the achievement. I am amused. That is the win a game as England achievement, I think, because I never actually won a game as England. The English Empire, rather.
Now, under your leadership, we plot a new course and make another world.
And there it is. So, I hope you guys appreciated my hard work in this episode. Well, in all of them, really. I started off, I will admit, I started off in a really bad mood in this series, but I think we pulled it together in the end. I think we pulled it together in the end. I had a rough start. I was in a bad mood. I was kind of moody. I was kind of whiny. I was bitching about this, that, and the other. And I wasn't having a good time. But then we kind of pushed our way through here, and we managed to get our things here. Let's have a look at some of these graphs here. So we didn't lose any cities, it seems. Let's have a look at the total cities destroyed. He destroyed a city. Total buildings constructed. Ooh. You can see here the AI has a clear advantage, but as we got into the late game, it's really about here, around turn 150-ish. It's around turn 150-ish is in this sort of area. Turn 150 to turn 170, somewhere in this area. This is where the slope of the line becomes vertical, and the amount of buildings that we build is exponential. You can see only really the Aztecs were keeping up on par with me, but their rate of growth was nowhere near my rate of growth. You can see I just accelerate and accelerate and accelerate. And that's just kind of how you have to do things. If we have a look at our science per turn, you can see I wasn't actually making very much science at all throughout most of the game, but then just towards the end there, I pumped hard into science, and we made it. Total units killed. Let's have a look at the total cities founded. You can see I'm actually pretty low when it comes to things. I hope this, like me flashing this, makes it a little bit easier. If I get rid of Cleopatra, it'll be easier to see me. You can see me hiding down there. Cleopatra kind of occupies a similar sort of section. So I went, and then there was a while where I was still behind everyone, and then as I got the last few cities in, it all started to come together quite nicely. I think it was about the time I got my shipyards, my empire basically accelerated into the win. I definitely learned a lot about the Atlas mod in this game, and I do think it's actually a really interesting mod, and I think there's a lot of really cool things that I might try to incorporate into my little potato mod that I've been building. Now, the potato mod isn't any like fancy thing. It's just me, like, you know, trying to rebalance the game and play around with things. It's not like any grand project. It's just me essentially screwing around with numbers, which, you know, all good enterprises is the origin of all good enterprises. But yeah, I liked some of the ideas that they have in here. For example, I liked the idea of, as you get into the later of the game, for example, like colonialism here. The +5 production towards the first district in your cities. That's a really cool idea, and I think that could be implementable at different areas in the tech tree. I think that has potential when it comes to, you know, certain things. I think it's a really cool idea. There's a lot of the civic cards in here are really, really interesting and really, really kind of intrigue me. Particularly these +2 +X yield per great person earned. Those are really interesting to me. There's also a few others. I think a few of these, I think some of these things I might port over, like the numbers changes. I think there was one here that really appealed to me. It was, where was it? Is it mobilization? It was the one that gives you +2, plus science from seaports and stuff like that. I have to try and remember where it is. It must be pretty early on here. Oh, it must be later then. Yeah, here. This one, because I think in the original game it doesn't include hangars. And I think that's actually a really cool idea that he would include hangars and it would give you 3 science rather than +1. So these sort of little things are worth considering, I think, if you're the developer of Civilization 6. I think if I was a developer of Civ 6, I would look at this mod and I would be very interested in some of the ideas here. I don't know if I would implement them all, but I would say, okay, these are actually really cool things that he's put together. Like, I like some of these ideas that he's playing with in here. And I'm sure the Civilization guys, they love playing with mods. Anyway, look, I've rambled along here. I love you all very much. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback on what your thoughts were on this series and this episode. And even this set of mods. There's a link to the mods in the description of the video, as there always is, as long as I remember. Sometimes I forget, I apologize. But other than that, I want to say, again, I love you all very much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.